UFO in Stanmore. I'm from London in the UK, and I was out with my two friends Demi and Ava. The day started very normally with me and Demi in a park having a picnic. The original plan was we'd all meet there and hang out, but Ava was running late. It's the late afternoon. Me and Demi caught up for around 30 mins about life and all sorts. And that's when Ava arrived. She had gone through a breakup, so I knew the day was going to be one of those quiet ones. We chilled for a bit, and then she suggested we pick up a disposable camera and take it for a spin, which we did. We are from South London, and Ava wanted us to go up to North London, to a place called Stanmore. I won't lie, it was a very beautiful area, but then we got to the country park. For context, when we say country park, we basically mean a forest. I know what you're thinking. You guys are going into a forest. You brought whatever happens on yourself, which is fair, but me and Demi were looking out for our friend Ava. So, as the sun began to set, we took a bunch of pictures on the camera, and we were enjoying everything. After a lot of playing around and picture snapping, we decided to have a bit of a rest. We chilled in a field and it was pretty nice. The sun was setting, and we were going to stay a little bit longer and then make our way back. While we were sat there, I can tell you nothing felt off at all. It was normal, almost inviting. Like in those films, you can always tell when the mood changes. But at this minute, everything was just normal. A little bit later, I really needed to go to the toilet, so I left the girls and darted into the forest. I knew they wanted to have a chat about the breakup anyway, so I decided I'd let them have it. I found a tree and went. This is when I started feeling uneasy. It was those, oh no, I'm being watched vibes, but I couldn't see anyone. The forest was just quiet, except for the odd bird chirping. I got back to the others, and we chilled for a bit. Then all the sound just sort of drained from the area. There were no birds, trees rustling or anything. You could hear a pin drop. It was dead silent. We all noticed this, and looked around at each other, and then Ava saw it. We all looked. Flying just above a few trees, there was a bright light. We instantly were like plane, drone, and everything we could have thought of. But then it faded away and reappeared in a whole new location. It was almost like it was playing for us, wanting us to run. I realized Demi wasn't even looking at it. She was busy staring over at the tree line. There was this human hand, but it was weird. It was waving at us, but then hand was pale, almost blue with veins, and that was enough to send us off running back the way we came. I stuck with Ava, but as we were running, we realized Demi wasn't with us. As we're running, ID glanced back, and ID sees something chasing us. I don't know what, I never did get a good glance at whatever it was. Me and Ava ended up making it back to the entrance, but Demi was nowhere to be found. I called her a few times. She picked up once, but we didn't hear anything for a few seconds until she asked for Ava, which was weird because Ava was with me, but then it cut off. I was ready to go back into the forest and try and find her, but Ava was begging me not to go in or leave her, so I had to stay and comfort her. About 10 minutes later, Demi came walking out. She looked calm and collected, but I don't know what it was. She seemed off. It was like it was her, but she seemed in sort of a daze, like she was out of the loop. I didn't want to say anything in case she was dealing with something she saw. We all decided to head back home, but this is where I think we may have messed up. Demi insisted on not traveling back with us. So we ended up going ahead, and night she blocked us on everything. Instagram, our phone numbers, everything. I don't know what else happened. I've tried to do some research about the weird light in the sky, and apparently in 1984 someone had a similar experience, but I don't know what to think.